Heading to Chi-Town. A little cold out.
Just gonna get some ideas for the house, so
Shop around a little bit. We'll show you what we find.
tag along, see what we find out. I'm Jameson.
And I'm Jamie.
And this is Braden and Maddie.
We recently took a leap of faith, trading in our home in Georgia for some space in my parents' house.
We gave up my high-paying corporate job to pursue our dream of building stuff and empowering others.
Whether we're building a family,
Building a business,
building a house,
or building a table,
we like to do it ourselves.
this is our DIY life.
All right, I'm gonna go up and wake up Jamie and Jameson. Oh, I think that's the up one.
Oh,
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Dream House Build.
With the walls all mudded and sanded, we were ready for primer. So we had a bunch of primer delivered, and then we started spraying the walls. Once we got all the walls primed, then it was time to start working on our dream kitchen.
So one of the first things we did when we started planning our dream kitchen was to pick out our appliances. And for that, we decided to take a trip to Chicago to visit the Miele Experience Center to pick out exactly what we wanted for our dream kitchen.
Miele is the brand of appliances that we decided to go with, and they have this really cool experience center in the merchandise mart over in Chicago. So like Jamie said, we took a trip over there, and we wanted to be able to see all the appliances and how they function firsthand.
So there was a couple of things that I wanted to do in my kitchen. One of the big things for me was all the cabinetry on that wall is where my refrigerator and my dishwasher were gonna be, and I wanted it all to look very kind of built-in and sleek. So the one thing I really liked about the Miele appliances for that was that their dishwasher was really awesome, and the fact that you can make it panel ready and you don't necessarily have to have a handle on it. You can just knock on it and it opens up.
Shut up.
Which is a pretty cool feature to have.
It is a cool feature, but the purpose behind that feature is so that when the dishes actually get done washing, the dishwasher opens that front panel it's just a few inches automatically. After it's done with the cycle, it opens that front panel a few inches to allow all the plastics to dry. But the other cool thing is that not only is the dishwasher panel ready, but we opted for a big refrigerator and freezer that are also panel ready. So everything, when it's done, will look like it blends right into the cabinetry, which was the look that we're going for.
Yeah. The other cool thing that we are doing on that wall though as well is because we are big coffee drinkers, or yes, I cannot function without coffee in the morning. So my favorite, I don't even know what is my favorite appliance going into the kitchen, but this one's kind of top. This one's kind of like at the top of my favorite appliances is the built-in coffee maker.
And this is really cool because the coffee maker from Miele, you can set up different profiles and stuff, but it not only grinds from whole bean and then brews a cup of coffee. You can brew 2 cups of coffee at the same time, or you can do that whole cappuccino and put the froth in milk.
Get fancy with it.
You can definitely get about as fancy as you want to with it.
And I'm also weird about like temperature of coffee, and like every morning I put an ice cube in my coffee because I want it ready to drink like right then. I don't like to wait. So you can set the temperature, you can set how strong you want your coffee, and like you'll just have your profile on there. It'll be like, Jamie, she likes her coffee at this temperature. And it's just pretty cool.
Another thing that in my research, my vast amount of research, as I always do when it came,
Because he cooks a whole lot, guys.
I don't, but I wanted Jamie to have the kitchen of her dreams, and there's an appliance that it's probably been around for a while, but I was unaware of it and she was definitely unaware of it, but it's called a steam oven. And it's a smaller oven, but the cool thing is that it uses steam to cook, so it kind of locks in all the nutrients as well as keeps the food nice and moist.
Favorite word. But it's also just it's a healthier way of cooking.
It is.
But it was something I had never really considered. I didn't really know much about it. And until I actually got to use it in the experience center, I mean, I was blown away by it. Like the stuff that you can do, you can make like, we had a meal there when we were there. They were nice enough to have a chef there to cook us a meal. And we had fish, it was like fish, potatoes, eggs, and like asparagus. And it was all done in this oven, and it like says, okay, go ahead and put the potatoes in, and you put the potatoes in, and then it's like, now we're ready for the fish. Like it cooks, you put in your menu on the screen and it tells you when to cook it and how long it cooks and would you like your asparagus crispy or soft, and like there's options for everything. And honestly, the whole steam oven just blew my mind. The cool thing about the Miele appliances is that not only the steam oven works as a microwave, but within our range, there's a small oven that also works as a microwave. So that's what we're using. That's what we're doing for a microwave.
Yeah, so we opted to go with a 48-inch range. So it's got a griddle in the middle and then 6 burners. Mm-hmm. But there's a lower, bigger oven, and then there's also a smaller oven, and that oven is what Jamie's referring to, also has the capability of doing a microwave function. Mm-hmm. So that will be our main microwave, and that's nice because we don't have some other microwave somewhere else taking up space. The other thing is that the oven has this Master Chef program, which is the same thing that the
steam oven has.
So basically, like we said before, you can put in your meal or what you're gonna have, and it's got all different types of food, and it tells you how to cook them, and however you can cook them according to how well done you want them and whatnot. So it's a really, really smart oven, and I'm really excited to get it in the kitchen. We picked out all of our appliances, and now we can start working on our cabinet layout based on the appliances that we had to fit around. So for the cabinets, we ended up going with, well, actually we toyed around with a couple of different online cabinet companies. And we got prices from several different online cabinet companies, but they were all like semi-custom cabinets.
And that was the thing that was kind of big for me, is that they were semi-custom cabinets, and there was only like a few select colors you could get in the cabinets. They didn't we want to have the whole ladder system in our kitchen, and like it just kind of posed a problem, I guess, more or less, having to do semi-custom. So we decided that fully custom cabinets were the way to go. Yeah. So I found another online company that did fully custom cabinets, and the price was just a little bit out there for me.
The prices were outrageous. So the prices were more than double than the semi-custom cabinets online. However, these were just like delivered here, not installed. So after going through all these different routes,
we remembered that my dad owns an interior design business. So we probably should have just done that from the get-go.
So he referred us to an Amish cabinet maker that he uses, and just also happens to be a neighbor of our carpentry crew. Yeah. So we met up with him. He came out, we went over the design, or he kind of put together. We'd actually put together some designs through those online retailers, so we had something to work off of. And then he came out and we walked through everything together. So we're changing just a couple things, and we'll kind of make notes of that as we go through that stuff. So the refrigerator It's a 30-inch refrigerator, and then we've got an 18-inch freezer. Both of those are panel ready. The only thing is, we've got this wall's a little bit longer, so we want to make sure that it's offset enough to where when that door opens, that we don't hit this corner.
Some kind of a filler.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 inches or so.
Okay, sure. So this will basically be one tall unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I think between this and this, there was supposed to be something.
Yeah.
So what's the width of that right now?
Right now it's 15 7/8, but I don't think you're gonna have room for that much.
Just gonna do 12 feet across here,
Okay.
because our island is about that, and we're just gonna kind of match that.
Trying to match it there anyway to finish off the whole.
So
length
just
of
like
it.
maybe like a filler strip.
Like an 1.5 inch strip or something
Yeah.
like that.
So and it will make the refrigerator look a little bit more built into the
Yeah,
cabinets.
right.
Instead of bumps right up to the waterfall. Oh yeah, can we do like vegetable drawers, like baskets? You know what I mean, for onions and potatoes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So they're just like big drawers, but they have baskets in the middle.
With the actual basket, or
He's
do you
not
want?
gonna weave the baskets. for
I
you.
know you're not gonna
I mean, we can do the baskets. we have them. They're available.
Yeah.
but-
see?
So you put the real macaroni out front, and then you put the box macaroni behind it.
Right. You can see what's in the drawer from the outside, you know.
Yeah.
But most
That's pretty
people,
Or
cool.
you could,
most
for
people
Maddie,
really want it out there where you can see it when you walk in. You
for
know?
Yeah.
Maddie, you can fill it up with candy. And then
The
There you
candy
go.
drawer.
There you go.
And then put just healthy treats behind
You
it.
can't hide it from the kids.
My thought is to almost
27 inches is standard.
My thought is to almost leave it the width of standard just in case. He knew so much, and there was like so many fun options that we got to throw into our cabinets. Since they are fully custom cabinets, there's a lot of really neat things that we were able to work into the design of the kitchen, and I'm just really like glad that we chose to go that route versus the semi-custom cabinets.
Yeah.
I think we'll be a lot happier.
We got a really good price, and it happened to be even cheaper than the semi-custom cabinets that we had looked at online.
Yeah, so once we talked with him about the kitchen and we had a price from him on how much it was going to cost, we were kind of like, whoa, that's a good deal. Let's go ahead and get custom cabinets in our laundry room and our master bathroom while we're
Yeah.
at it. So now that we kind of have the start, I guess, of our dream home kitchen design, there's still tons that we have to do, picking out tile, countertops, everything else that's gonna go into our dream kitchen. We're gonna have that in future episodes.
Yeah, and then we can't wait to see this actually all come together and share that all with you. There's just a ton that went into the planning of it, but it's been fun to kind of figure out all this stuff as we go. We just can't wait for it to actually start being installed. Also, while we were planning the kitchen, the guys, we had some issues with water down in the basement, the walkout basement, so we went ahead and had the back walkout pad poured. And this is a really cool area we showed in the last episode, the retaining wall that we did, and we're gonna have a nice little nook back there.
Yeah.
We made sure that we got everything graded just right so that the water would run away from the house. and got that pad poured and kind of solved a lot of our issues down there.
Well, and another reason that we needed to have the pad poured is that we are installing a fireplace down in that cool little area.
Yeah.
So we needed to have the pad poured so we could go ahead and build the frame for the fireplace to get in there before we start with the stone on the exterior of the house.
Yeah, I went ahead and framed up the fireplace downstairs according to the manufacturer specs, leaving enough room around, enough room to set the fireplace in. We got that all framed up so that when the fireplace guy does get here, he can go ahead and knock out both of those fireplaces at the same time.